Hi, I'm Zoe Sullivan, your news anchor. Welcome back to another installment of Talkback for Teens Youth News. Coming up right at it, we have an article from AOL about the Institute of Medicine wanting to raise the smoking age to 21. Apparently, the government commissioned study says that it poses a serious concern to 18 to 24-year-olds, which honestly, it poses a concern to every single age. There's no certain age that it's a concern to people. Smoking is terrible whatever age you are, but the thing is that if I want to smoke a cigarette and I'm 15 years old, that's the same thing as wanting to smoke a cigarette when I'm 25 years old. And there's a thing called free market, which we're supposed to live in. And that means that the consumers can buy whatever they want to buy at whatever age that they are at, and that the producers can produce whatever they want to produce and sell it to whoever they want. So why is the government raising and raising ages and constricting what we can buy as the consumer and what the producer can make? That's a good question. And also, the research pointed out that 21 was the magical number instead of maybe 19 or 25 that an age should be for people to start smoking cigarettes, because most people, when they're 15 and they try a cigarette, if the age is at 18, they're more likely to have friends that are 18 to buy them cigarettes than if they're 21. But if I want to get my hands on a 21-year-old, then I can do that, just like teenagers end up being able to drink alcohol too, and that's at 21, and teenagers get drunk all they want. So I can smoke cigarettes all I want if my friends are 21. I can make that happen. Plenty of families, their parents think it's okay to buy their kids cigarettes. I personally know people whose parents buy them cigarettes when they're under 18. It's not that weird, and raising the age is not going to do anything about who's going to smoke cigarettes and who's going to want to. It is a choice for everyone themselves if they want to smoke cigarettes. The government does not get to make our decisions for us. And many research has come out that yes, cigarettes give you lung cancer, they make you die. Well, personally, that makes just more jobs for everybody else. There's something called social Darwinism, is it? Or is it the survival of the fittest, where the good healthy people live and then the not so healthy people die? Yes, it sucks, but that's just how it is. And it's just the same as with smoking cigarettes as it is with living in a different country. There's different statistics of how long people live, and it might suck, but that's just how life has gone out for a while. Another article about a prostitution case right in this happy town of Rochester, New York, down in Gates, of a man named Kyle Leisure at the age of 21. Was reported to have been found prostituting a 17-year-old. And they make a big deal out of prostitution. Prostitution is bad, but again, like I said before, free market. It's a different thing about the whole 17-year-old thing, yes, that she's a minor, and that would be terrible, just like if she were going to a strip club and trying to be a stripper. But like I said with prostitution, it's someone's choice to make that decision, and the government can't restrict you of what type of job you have. And plus, everyone's already doing it anyways, so the government isn't doing anything to stop that. They just throw a rule in your face and expect everybody's going to do it. So that's funny. The biggest issue in this case is not that it's prostitution, it's that she's 17 years old. And in this article, it doesn't tell you if the girl was pressured into it, if she was, kidnapped, or if she was even up to it, if she wanted to do this, and if she ran away from her family. Did she want to do this? Did she like this life? Had she thought that this would be a good choice for her? Or was she just walking home from school one day, some guy offered her candy in a van, and then she walked into it? We don't know that, and I think that's a really great thing that we should know. And another thing is about this man. Has he been arrested before? Has he had any criminal charges before? Has he had a hard life, of a hard childhood? All these things contribute to it. And Another part of it is that apparently he gave this girl alcohol, which is also illegal. And that just goes to show in my last article that yes, if you're 17 years old, you can get your hands on alcohol. If you're 15 years old, you can get your hands on alcohol. It all connects. Everything connects. Another one is a also very local one about in, I believe, Greece Athena school about a week ago. A few teens at the age of 16, I believe younger than 16, were charged of recording a video of a special ed child making the child grab their groin and drink toilet water and then posting it onto social media on Snapchat. That's pretty smart, don't you think? So yes, apparently someone saw the video on their Snapchat and reported it to the police. Thankfully, someone was actually smart. And of course, there's talk about, oh, social media is so bad because these kids think it's okay to just record everything and that these kids got arrested for recording something and putting it on social media. Well, actually, it's pretty much a better thing because kids are dumb enough to post criminal things on social media. So it just makes it easier for the police to find them. And also, apparently, these kids are not being charged as criminals or as, they're not even going to jail, really. They're just being given a really, really long suspension. But I think that these kids aren't doing something that's just like a minor punishment. These kids should be put in jail as a crime for abuse. They should not be just suspended from school just because they're students in a school. Not only should the school give them a punishment, but the government should give them a punishment. Why is the government spending so much time worrying about petty things like what age kids should be able to buy cigarettes, or what age they should be considered a minor, or if prostitution should be legal, when there are literally kids abusing children in high school, and we think that it's okay to just pass it by with another suspension. Oh, if we suspend them from school, then they'll turn into good kids. No, if they are going through the terrible environment of a jail, then they will possibly realize how horrible of a thing that they have done and how horrible that their life could get if they continue to live this life that they're leading. And if they think that it is okay to abuse someone, not just because they are special needs, but anyone in general, then they need a reality check, and that reality check would be much better suited in jail than in their house, sitting on the couch, eating Cheetos, watching America's Funniest Home Videos. I don't know what people watch nowadays. And of course, everyone says, bullying has to stop, bullying has to stop. We need to teach these parents how to be polite and be nice people. But it shouldn't just be the parents teaching you and telling you how to be a good person. It should be everyone. It should be everyone's, not just the responsibility, but it should just be a thought in their heads. I think everybody needs to know to be a good person, and everyone needs to know that making someone drink toilet water just because they're a special needs person is not okay, and it should never be tolerated. But now all people care about is watching Miley Cyrus twerk on the VMAs, that they're not thinking about their own personal values, and no one has their personal self-esteem or thoughts anymore. And that needs to be addressed, not just from parents or teachers, but from everyone in the world, on the street, you know, selling food to you. It should always be encouraged. So, thank you for watching Youth News with Talkback for Teens. That's Talkback for Teens with a 4. I was your anchor, Zoe Sullivan. Be sure to check out our Twitter and our Instagram and our Facebook, and let us know what you think in the comments, and check out our website. So don't leave your computer until you check all of that out. Thank you for watching, and be here next time for another video from Talkback for Teens. I don't know Russian. I don't know how to count in any language. anchor? Should I say news anchor?
But she doesn't know who I am, and she doesn't give a damn about me. 'Cause I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby. Yeah, I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby. Listen to our baby with me. Her boyfriend's a dick. He brings a gun to school and he's in bikini. My, as if he knew the truth.
To 3 in Italian.